we're living in the Hindu philosophy, we're living in the time of the Kali Yuga. And within the Hindu philosophy, they um, put, how would you say, they divide, like we have summer, autumn, winter, spring. The yugas are in that way too. And they're more seen at a bigger stretch of time. Not sure if it's per million years or so, it's a long stretch of time. And so they talk about 4 different yugas. And in the moment we're in the Kali Yuga, or actually they speak about that the yugas where it starts is the start of the golden age, and then it unfolds like the movement of uh, winter and spring, summer, etc. So obviously we're not in the golden age. We're actually, and I forgot the name, start something like Dwar, whatever. But we're in the Kali Yuga time, which is the darkest of the all the yugas. So if we believe that system, we're in the darkest time. And we're actually in the part of the Kali Yuga that is the darkest of the darkest time. So in that time is known for technology is very strong, mind is very strong, being led by men. And at some point it will be like a taking over by women, how they describe it. And but it's not a time of where spirit is strong. It's we're taught to think in our mind, to believe science, and we believe in form, and we don't believe in the formless. What is also known in the darkest of the darkest time of the Kali Yuga is that there are pockets of light, and those pockets of light are very, very strong. And those pockets of life will start connecting with each other. It's kind of like bringing a ring around the earth, or bringing a ring of light around the universe. You cannot really put a ring around the universe, but just metaphorically speaking. So there are these strong pockets of light in the midst of the darkness that are kind of holding up that light. And so in a way, I think I also wrote about that in my newsletter. In a way, to me, this is just any time is auspicious time, but I feel especially now is really auspicious time to hold that torch, that we really are a lamp unto ourselves. Because in the Kali Yuga, in the dark ages, so to speak, we can get very, so easily get a little bit too much involved in the stories, in the form. And yes, we're all dealing with form, and we're all dealing with the so-called world, and etc. And it's good to know what's going on. And above all, through all, we need to be a lamp unto ourselves. We need to wake up to our nature so that we can hold that enlightenment. We can be that enlightened one and bring that enlivenment into the world. Yeah. But there's something important, very important as I see it, to first waking up. And if you're not awake to your nature, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You're here when the moment you start meditating, you start getting curious, that means you are on the path. You are on the path to awakening. And it's a continuum. And wherever you are on the continuum, doesn't matter. It will deepen. So for me, these times are auspicious times, amazing times, to use them to give all of yourself whatever that means for you, to enlightenment, to enlighten your being. And often I have images of like, it's almost like a magic wand that's kind of touches every cell in our body and lights it up, lights it up. So we can let go of that, what we are not are, what we are not. You know, we can let go of the slave that we are to the patriarchy, the slave to our conditioning. Yeah. We need to wake up out of any kind of trance, our family trance, our country's trance, the human race trance. We need to wake up out of any kind of form to come free of that, and then be in that form still. Yeah, I have this form, you have your form, given around each form, first all being in a female form or a male form. That brings already a certain conditioning where we are enslaved by, put in a box by. So we need to wake up out of that box, and basically waking up out of any box, and then continue living as the enlightened one, in light, as light. And that brings enlivenment. Yeah. So that's what we're really doing. And to do that is really a revolution. It's a revolution. And do you want to join the revolution? Yeah. If we want to be those very strong pockets of light and make a ring around the earth of all these pockets of light, it has to happen. Yeah. The light, who we are, where we come from, is always here. It cannot die. It's impossible. It's reality. It's what is. But when we get so overly engaged in form, we lose ourselves.